All right, so don't know that I'll be able to respond or not because I am just going to build another build. This time it's pink roses. So I will add it to one of my other bouquets. So let's set this up so we can follow it along. So yes, if you notice that little rug that's there in the background, that's something that I also had crocheted to put in here. So let's open the box. So in the box, of course, we have bag number 2. We have our little instruction pamphlet. And this, of course, you can tell has not been one that's been transferred over to having all paper packets. So here's bag number 5, bag number 6, bag number 3, bag number 1. Put that back there. Here's another instruction booklet. You can tell, you can kind of tell what's going to be in each book because it kind of specifies on the front. And then bag number 4 and one more book. I cracked up when I saw this one because if you see the center on those, it is a pink whip. And if you've watched any of the other ones, I've got other things that they use for standard pieces that become other components of these builds. So I'm going to move these all the way so I can move my box. And I'll adjust this as needed here so you can see. All right, so where are we going to start with here? Let's see, this one starts with bags 3 and 4. I'm going to start with bags 1 and 2 or however. This is probably the primer. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, so this is going to be bags 1 and 2. So this is going to be what we start with. Then we'll do this one and then the other. So we'll set those aside. We'll put them under the stand here. So if you're joining me, thank you for joining, watching me live do a Lego build. So I don't do these real frequently because I'm not the one who buys the Legos. So when somebody buys me Legos, then I'll do a Lego build. So they want me to empty. 1 and 2. So we do 1 and 2. These are little pieces. So it goes over here a little bit. I want to make sure I get straight focused here. All the little pieces. All right. And I don't do any video adaptations or anything like that, so you see it just as I'm doing it. If you view this later, I appreciate it. Follow, like, subscribe. And I will say hello to everyone here. Well, this kind of helps keep me motivated on everything that I do. And it's fun to build. Of course, I build a lot of other things, but the Legos are easy to put on camera versus some of the other stuff that I work on, which requires a lot more space. So dump these all guys out. Lots of little pieces. So these pieces are pretty kind of identical. A lot of the pieces that are in here. As you can see, they've got like similar pieces inside them. That and a lot of the little green pieces are identical as well. All right, so we're going to start with a little green thing. Dunk. I might zoom in here just a little bit so you can see it a little better. There. Okay. So green. I should turn on my light. I don't know if it's plugged in. I don't think my light's plugged in. No, my light's not plugged in. Oh well. Okay. So, little green block. Then it says little green block and little pink pieces. So, green block, little pink pieces. I'll try and grab them out of the same box that I'm working on. So, first bit, first page. Doink. Right, next thing, it looks like we've got these little green pieces here. So they're these little pieces that look like that. They've got like a hinge on one side, or a thing to grab onto a hinge. So let's see if I can find them. No organization, just threw it all out here, and I gotta find it. All right, so where is that? What does it look like? I need a green step piece. This piece. Okay, I need 2 of these. How many am I supposed to build with that? 4. Okay, so I need to make 4 of those. Schnupp. I'm going to assume that there are going to be 4 of these little guys. Right, and I need then more of those. Each pieces. Where are they? Got it. Hello. Welcome to the Lego build. Yay. All right. I gotta find all these pieces and then all these little pieces. Little, if I can find my camera. These little guys to go on those. And they go on the back side of it. So go fishing for a little. Oops. All right. Let's just say I don't always pay attention to the direction I put things together first. Just gotta turn that sideways. It needs to be able to grab onto it. There we go. So, since I needed 4 of those, that means there's going to be 8 that I have to build of these. Let's make sure I don't put it on there the wrong way this time. It'll make it take a lot longer. Right, thought. I got 2 of them. Now let's find the rest of these guys. I need more of them. There's another one. Let's see here. My eyes don't always focus as good as they should, so. I need more of them. I go fishing for my parts. I'll start putting these together since I found these ones. Snap it together. So. I am not fast at these kind of things. There's a lot of other things I'm much faster at. So just bear with me. And I'll do my best to try and stay in camera. Look at these. Right, I need some more of those. I'm going to move the pink pieces out of the way so all I see are the green. Glad I'm not colorblind. I can find these pieces too. So I need all these little tiny pieces here for that. There are, so these are the ones that are gonna all build the roses. Right, where are they? Right, so these go on there this way. For attaching that. 1. Two. Still need to find the other pieces there. In here somewhere. Alright. We'll focus on 2 at a time. And then I'll work on some more of those. There we can move along with these ones. All right, so now I need these little pieces that look like this. Those are supposed to go in the middle. Let's face them the right direction. Yep, I want the narrow on the and the angled one on the top. Same with this one. Straight and then angled. We will build two at a time. It just makes it easier so I'm digging through less pieces. That goes like that. And I need another arm. They look like little arms, don't they? Little robot arms? Is that what they are? Are they robot arms? Okay, those are on there. Now, it shows that flipped up. So we're going to flip those up. Did I put it on there backwards? That should be easy enough to flip. There. I just need to turn it around. There. I'll do the same with the other one. Figured today was a good day for doing this since I am feeling just a little off. It's the weather, allergies, or what? All right, now we get these little guys. Shh. You can see it. It looks like close. Now inside that, it gets these two little pieces here. So these are bright green. But I have to build a little pedestal that goes in the middle. I'm building roses. That's what the fuck I'm doing. I know, it's random. If you come here to watch, I do random shit. So they are actually bases to flowers, is what they are. And that gets that in the middle. Figured I'll build two at a time since I hard time finding all the parts. That's what that looks like. Those hold the petals and whatnot in place. Yay. Okay, so I got two of them, since I'll do two at a time. All right. Now I use one of these things. You see over here. That, and then it gets one of those on either side. So I get these. More of these green things. I'll grab two more. I'll grab enough to do both of them. And I need that. So we'll attach a green booger on the back. Green booger on the back. Make sure I got it in there tight. And then we're going to stack it on top. Split that away so I can get this in here. There. Throw that together and then put it in the middle. There. Okay. All right, that's that. Now what do I stack on top of that booger? I got two of them. Next, we build that, and that goes on top. Actually, that gets attached to the bottom, so we flip that upside down. That's what that symbol means. Anybody who does Lego build knows that. All right, so I'm going to stack two of these little boogers together. Like so. And then I need these gray pieces, these guys. Let's go with that. So we want that to face face outward. Yep. Make sure. Like so. Like so. Goes like that. And we got the butt up end. This goes. I want to make sure that these are facing out. The picture over here shows like this. And that's what it looks like all together in that piece. This one. There we go. All right. Turn to page. Next piece. More pink stuff. Okay. Now that's going to be these pieces, it looks like. You can see right like that. These ones. So those are going to go, those are going to stick to that outside that I just did. So let's see here. I want it to face that direction. Like that. I'll do that with both of them. So that, as you can see, it looks like the center of our flower then. Do the second one. Set it over there. Da -da 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 -da. One. Centers. All right, next piece is going to be these flat ones here. So these ones, these pieces are the other petals that go on the outside of that. If anybody knows what those are actually, I think those are used for like car pieces when you're building cars. But in this case, it turns into a flower. Some of the other things like the orchids and whatnot ended up with little tiny pink frogs that were about this color. All right, so got two. Next, turn the page. All right. Little triangles. Now go on that little pieces. So I want to have it facing out this way at me and attach it which direction? Up or down, I can't tell. Ah! Come back here. Ah, fudge. There we go. Okay. That looks like that. Alright, find another triangle. I had to look at that picture a little better to make sure that I was putting it in the right location. It kind of helps to hold these pieces down on the side. So that way they're in alignment. Get on there. There we go. Well, that didn't work now, did it? Damn it, nabbit. There. It does not want to stay. I need to get it on there better. It's only being held on by that like half piece. That's not fun. I'm gonna move it up like that. There we go. That's what I did wrong. I didn't put that in the right spot. Now it's right. Now it sits right. Okay. I'll do the other one. Yucky dicky. So that means that needs to move down. Notch. Gosh, dang it. My fingers don't want to work like they're supposed to no more. Resigned to have to play with little things that I didn't used to play with or work with, because my fingers don't work like they're supposed to anymore. I don't have arthritis, but there we go. petals. Big petals. So those are these lovely things. And those are going on out here. There we go. Make sure it's in there. Da, 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 da. Snap it in there. That's good and solid. That's not even. I like to make sure I snap them evenly. Oops. I pushed a little too hard on the center part. You need popped part on me. I am fumbling all over the place today. I'm having a day. All right. These need to go back out. Because those attach to something else. There we go. Got it. All right. 1. Sorry, my fingers are badly fumbling today. It's a good thing I'm working on this and not something else. There we go. There. Now I got 2 of them like that. All right. Let's turn the page and go to the next section. All right, so now we're going to flip it back this direction to work on this part. That is going to have, I'll show you. It's got 2 that go one direction, 2 that go the other way. So I've got these little black parts and little green parts. And I need to make 2 of each to go on each flower. And they will get attached to these pieces on the outside here. So, let's find those little black pieces first. And I'm going to need 4 for each flower. And then I'm going to need you get to see, can you kind of see? I don't know, I can't really see. All right. So I need ones that go both directions. So it'll be 4 of each direction. So those are those 4. I need 4 that go the other direction. Ah, come here. I need more. There we go. 4 and 4. All right. Ah, snap. There we go. Got it snapped. Do all one side first and then we'll do the other. That was a nice snap. Most of these make such a soft snap that they don't really snap. That one has a nice snap. Ah, got it. There we go. And I've got 4 and 4 of each of those. Now let's see. I want the flats to face on either side. So there, that one, and that one. There. See, that works as like little leaves that open up. I'll do the same on the other one. Just set that over there for a second. This one. There. There we go. Another flower. There you go. All right. Now for this, now we're going to build stems for it. So, need a flower. two little flowers. And as I go through, I'll be able to keep this process going. Keep these parts over here because I still need to build those flowers yet too. All those. I need my stems. All right, so I need this kind and a little red. I'll put the little reds on each end. And I need to build one for each of these guys. Put the little red bugger in there, like so. Ta-da! In the side of each one of these, and as I can't really show the picture too well, but that's this one here, where it shows where it's facing away from me. But I stick this little guy, the little tiny. I'll do that this one. This little tiny gray part inside it. Click. Ta-da. I get two of them. Shh. All right. I set my flowers out to the side for a second so I can build my stems. All right, now into that it shows that we put this. These are the little it's roses, so I guess it gets spikes. And I guess if you're building a rhinoceros or something, that would be yeah. They sure were pointing down. I know when I have roses, the points are up. So why would they have the point down? Ah, whatever. I'm gonna do it that way. All right, little guy. Little green ones. Like so. Now we are going to build it out. So now that we've got that one base, now I've got to do this. And each one of this has 9. So we're doing 9. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, got 1. All right, now let's do the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. Second one. All built. All right. I got 2 of them. Next is attaching the top. So we've got our flower. And there we go. Got it. Here we are. One rose. And stick that on there. 2 roses. Now I got to repeat that so I can build 2 more. What is that? What the heck? Aw, it's got a little heart. Well, that's cute. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with the heart, but okay. I love you all. Okay. I'm gonna toss that. All right. So I still have to build 2 more of these guys. I'm gonna set these 2 off to the side. And I'll work on building the next set because I built those 2. Now to build the other 2 to go along with it. I figured by eliminating some of the pieces up here would make it easier to find some of the pieces that I need. So that way I can keep going on it. Because some of these are harder to, it's just, you know, one of those things. All right. Yep, I built one. And I know I put those in the wrong spot on that, so I will move those down now into this section. So if you missed the first part, here is, I'm going to work on, oops. Brilliant, I did right. All right, because I want them to face this direction. So I'm going to work on building out the other stuff. Two. 3, and I got 3 of them made. And I still need 1 more for this to make these. And I'll have 4 of them. And they go on here. And then we've got these that sit in the middle. Like this. And this one. Press that up there. Another one. All right. All right. But now in the center, I need 2 of these. It's a big green. These are green ones in the center. There. Those go in, those come up. And then I tap these greens that go on that. And they end up holding the petals. Like so. Got that. Ta-da. And I just finished building these 2 if anybody's, so just kind of going through the process again and building 2 more. It's just easier to do 2 at a time. Now, with those, I am going to now put one of these in the center and one of these. Okay, move that off to the side for a second. There. Oh no! Yeah, that's not so cool when I do that. Here. There. Now it holds. Try it again. Yeah, if you don't have the spacer in there, it's not going to hold it. You need to just like that. All right. Uh-oh. Oh my to get on there little thinker thing. There we go. All right. There, I get those two. Yeah, I might have to do some adjustment on the other ones. Oh, don't worry about it. I am not going to worry about it. Next one, we flip these little buggers over. So it's butt up for me. And then we're going to take 2 of these. Oh, come back here. And then attach these with the little thingies to the outside. Oops. All right. That. Next we attach these big ones. We're going to lock them in there. These first 2 go all the way up, pretty much up to the top. Like so. And then you've got the little pink ones, and the last ones that I did, I started them off in the wrong location so that it didn't fit right. So this one's designed to go all the way down to the little piece on the side. Otherwise, the triangle pieces that go on top of them do not sit right. Okay, like so. So that's that. That covers those 2 pages. And we turn the page and we add the little triangles, which from my last one I had located them incorrectly at the first time. So that it wasn't in the right spot. That. And here's the other triangle. Like that. Now the next thing that gets attached are these. So that one, that one, that, and that. Then we're like this. Turn the page. Next little bit is going to be all these little guys. So there are a total of 8 that I need these. 8. And then I should still have some extra pieces here. No, that's got at the bottom. I forgot to add that. Because the stem goes in the middle of that. Yeah, it's on there. Okay. Two, 4, 6, 8. Got all 8. All right. Put this all together. All right, and then from there we attach long edges. You notice it's right and left, and I just took it apart. Last, there we go. Long edges towards the petal. So it's rights and lefts, like so. Like that. That's a rose. Now for the other one, and then we'll build a stem, and then we'll move on to the next set of flowers. 2 of them. Ta-da. Now the stems are boring. Oh, stems are boring. But maybe they just stems. So, little red parts. Let's stick it together. It gets us started. Let's look at a little guy in the side. So, little red thing on each end. Oh, sometimes those are a little tough. There, 2 of them. Turn the page so that way I stay on top of that. And now it gets a little, it's almost like a little rhinoceros horn. They serve as the thorns. Right. Oops. Like so. And the next, we're gonna put 9 of them all together. So kind of boring when I do the stems, but without a stem, then your flowers won't stand up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, get back here, 8, 9. And that goes on the end. Like so. So there's another one. Alright. 9 on this one. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, and this one is the last one. Makes 9, like so. Stuff it in the little end of this guy. Ta-da! There we go. And now there are 4 of them. Still don't know what I'm supposed to do with this heart. I don't know, these stick on the heart? I don't think so. No, they won't stick on the heart. So, there's 4 of those. Now it's time to go on to the next flower. There are more roses. There's more roses to come. These ones are more simple than some of the other ones. Alright. I need to find a place to set these down for the moment. That with a place where they won't fall down. Stay, don't move. Okay, they'll stay. Extra parts. Extra parts of those 2 bags. I get a thorn, little insert, little black thingies. I'm gonna set those up here. A lot of times I'll throw something together from each build. All right, so that one is completed. Next one is the next set. And I don't know if that's this one. Yeah. Bag 3 and 4. All right, so we're gonna open bag 3 and 4. Mind you, this is gonna be noisy for a moment. These plastic bags are noisy. And if you weren't aware, Lego is pretty much going to be switching over to like a more compostable material for their bags. And I've had a couple builds now that have had the compostable bags in it, but they're slowly working on switching over to something that is a little more eco-friendly. Little parts. part on there. I know you can't see my pieces here. They're over there. I try to bring them into view so you can see while I'm building. So they're sitting just off camera. All the little components I'm building with. That way you can focus on just what I'm putting together. Instead of all the little pieces sitting around. Don't mind me, I gotta clean up my mess. Alright, so these are the next set of flowers. So those are the next ones that we are going to work on here. And it looks like this one is actually starting with the stem bits. So let's start with the stem bits. Stem bit building is boring. It's not as exciting as the flowers. This one, and I need a bent one to go on top of that. So we'll build, if I can, we'll try and build all four at the same time. If not, no big deal, we'll split it like I did the other ones if I can't locate my pieces easy enough. All right, so we turn the page. Now we take, it shows a big yellow one. It's gonna go in each one of these. So I'm gonna grab these yellow ones because they're gonna go in. But let's get a little red one on the top. And bendy goes another direction, so back and forth, so it's back and forth. And so this one goes this way. Goes come on, go in the hole. There we go. This one has more of the little things that go on either side. It looks like, okay, that's what goes on that one. More little red pears to go at the end, and then bent pieces on that. I'm curious how many of my people that are viewing me got roses this year. If you got roses, leave a comment in the thing this year if you've received roses this year. I got 3 dozen roses this year. All from my performances, so pretty cool. All right, so I'm facing this way. I need to put these in there. On either side. And I'll do that with each of them. So one on each side. Oh, come on. The other side. Yeah, sometimes I have people on here who get a little rude about what I'm working on. I really don't care. I don't build to appease anybody. I do it because I enjoy building things. And if you enjoy watching, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I'm building this now because I got it, and I was working on Christmas gifts for my family, and so I'm taking a break and doing something for myself for a little bit. So that includes building. All right, this is okay. Oh, it spins. Okay, that spins on there. All right. Took me a moment. I didn't realize, you know, each of these, this one was like divided like it was, but there we go. All right, I have all four. Now I can turn the page and we can go on to the next one. Next part of it. Set these aside for a moment so we can turn the page. All right, so what goes on top of that? All right, so each one of these is going to get one of these. And a little green cap. All right, so one of those and a little green cap. There, that snaps. So this is for the next set of flowers. All right, so this, one of these, like so, and then a little green cap. There's two, and finish 3 and 4. Oh, come on. Green cap. There, snap. And here's the last one. Oops. Make sure to put it on in the right direction. Leave it to me to stick it on the wrong way. There we go. There. Now we've got 4 of them. The thing that goes on that is going to be, it looks like a little bowl. So a little bowl, a little flower, and then a dot. Need a little dot, a little brown dot. So first I'm going to take this and this and put those together. So I need to make 4 of them. I did it the wrong way. I'm definitely having a day. There, like that. Dipstick. There we go. I can joke about my idiocracies and I don't care. All right. Everything in life can be so damn serious all the time. There we go. That's my center. That's the center for these flowers. Little peach centers with little white flowers in the middle. All right, I need the other bowl. Looks like a little bowl. That's probably, looks almost like a little, could be like a little lampshade if it were in a different type of kit. But in this one, it's the center to my flowers. And then those are gonna go on top. Those look funny. All right. That one, and then this one. There we go. I got 4 of them. All right, next thing that goes on that, you can kind of see it here. It is this combination of these, and these. What are these things used for in other builds? Do you guys know? Maybe like cars and whatnot, I'm guessing. So on this, you can't really see it very well, but this goes on here. Make sure I put it on the right direction. I've done so many of these things the wrong way today. I'm having one of those days where things aren't quite right. So I want it pointing out, that I want pointing out, and I want it like that. Okay, it's gotta look like this. And I need 4 for each one. So let's see how that attaches on there. So it's gonna end up going on every other one. Oh, I don't know if I want that centered or not. I'll find out. It may end up being over more like that, so it goes around it. All right. All right, let's build all of them now. Face it towards me so I get it facing the right direction. Come on, snap. Snap in there. There we go. And then on the end. Kind of cool. Starts to create a swirl in the middle. This. Come on. Oh, little pieces. Okay, got it. Snap it. Attach it. Oh, that's tricky. All right, I'll keep them all out. All right, this piece into this piece. Yee! There we go. All these pieces are tough today. Maybe it's just me. All right, so then that goes in there. Okay. Oh, cool. There we go. That's tricky. That's tricky putting them together so that way they fit in there the right way. All right, I have 3 more of those ones to do, but that's what it looks like. So we'll build 3 more. Let's do all these at first. Now that I know how they go together easier. That way I do them all at once. And then I can put all the petals on at once. So hello and thank you for joining me today on my Lego build of building flowers. Not just any flowers, it's a bouquet of roses. Little guys. You'd think that they put these the little white ones in the little bags. Instead, I have to fish through big parts to find them, which is annoying. They at least put these little pieces all in one. Why couldn't they put the white pieces in there too? They should have put these in the little bag. Be less frustrating. All right, now we put, not that, I grabbed the wrong piece. Now I grab this, so I can build the rest of the flowers. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all these. So I've got 4 of each of these on each of the flowers. I'm just going to finish putting these together and then put them on the main piece. Main flower. My fingers get very frustrating to me sometimes because I have to to get them to function when they don't want to. So building something kind of helps to warm them up so that they move a little better. Because Lord knows I am no spring chicken. There. And almost got all of them. Come on. There we go. All right, where's the other one? There it is. Found it. Ha ha. All right, I've got all these funny little parts. Now to put them on here. Okay. Oops, not quite. There we go. There, got it. All right, so that's 2 of them done. Let's do third one here. And that's placed every other one on there as per the instructions. And now to carefully close it. It's going to go inside that one. That goes inside that one. And that closes. That's tricky. I don't want them to come undone when I put them together. All right. That one, that one, that one. Close. Got it. All right, got 4 of them. Cool flowers so far. All right, there's more to it. They're not done yet. Now I attach. It's funny how they do the center on that. It's not quite how it looks, but it's close enough, I guess. Now to add the big petals to the outside of that. They get attached to this. Okay. How does it, what the hey, really? Okie dokie. Snaps on only one side. That's why I was a little confused, because most of the other ones that I've done, it has like a double snap, but not this one. There. And it allows it to close over it like that. Maybe I should snap it the other direction. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Because I want it to wrap the same direction as this one here. So yeah, I'm gonna want to switch it so that way the one side, that way it closes the same way as the inner petals. So I'm going to attach it to that side. That way it closes the same as the center. There. There, now they go the same direction. Got it. All right, make sure I do. And you see that's what the bottom side looks like that. All right, do the same on this one now. So I'll attach it. The other ones will flip around. So that way it closes the same direction as the center petals. There. Number 2. Do this one. Snap it together. Snap it together. Da, 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 da. cut it. There we go. Now I have 3 of that. Almost. Now I get it to the last one. Offset the same direction. So that way when it closes, it's identical to the center. I don't know of a flower that opens opposite of what it should be. There we go. That's that bit. Now I get to build out the stem, which is kind of a boring part, but it won't be all. This won't be done just because of that, because it has other pieces that go onto it. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. So this has 7 links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So that has 7 links. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7. All right. 2. Now to the 3rd and the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Building stems is the boring part. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. That far. Now I am pretty sure this one actually has leaves that go on to these little tiny green bits. Yep, I was right. It gets leaves. All right, so they go this direction. Like that. So it looks like this. And once we get all that put together, then we'll be ready for the next set of flowers, which has both roses and baby's breath in the last packet and of instructions. There we go. These 4 are completed. So those get added to the bouquet. And if you're just joining, we just finished building these ones. So these are all part of the same bouquet set. Set these off to the side and we'll go on to the 3rd and final pieces of instructions for build. And the excess parts for this were just these 2 pieces. That's all the spares that came along with this one. All right. So that aside. Now in the last one, it has these, which I giggled when I saw that because I saw that the the center on these is like it's either like a whip or like a hose or something in the middle. I'm like, okay, well that's cute. So I'll open this up, and this will be bags 5 and 6. So bags 5 builds 2 of each of the different types. Bag 6 does 2 of each. I just opened both up because I grabbed from both piles. All right, don't mind my crinkling, please. Oh dear. I say oh dear because there's 2 little bags inside there instead of 1. 2 little bags. This is got different pieces in each. I can tell that from those that is for the baby's breath, these little spiky ones. All right, so dump that there. And just kind of surrounding myself with these. Yeah, that's like they're little whips. These are the centers to the flowers, are little whips. That's kind of cool. Still think it's funny that my orchids had little pink frogs for part of their center. I was like, oh, dokie. Oh, like little pink frogs. So I was curious how they reuse certain pieces for builds. All right. And yes, I know you can't see all my pieces off to the side. It's a little less cluttered if you don't have to focus on all the little parts that I have to sort through to find for the build. So this is going to be the last bits. This has a lot more little pieces compared to the other 2 that I did, because this has little flowers in it. All right, that bit's done. Alrighty. Okay, what we're starting with here. We're going to start with these bits. Let's get them all out here. Which direction we want them facing? I want them facing this way with the little nubbies up. Okay, let's make sure I get them all out here. Get back here. How many are in each bag? 4. Okay, there's 4 in each bag. Digging through parts, don't mind me. Do I have 8 of them? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I got all 8. Okay. So I'm stacking these on top of each other. All right. So I stacked our little leaf. I got a leaf pile. Ha ha. Very comical, right? And now to these, and you can see it over here. We're going to add little clusters. So these are going to get clusters added to them. So the clusters are going to be these and a whole bunch of these little flowers. Let's see how long my fingers can last building this. Oh shoot. And hopefully I don't bend it, because I have done that before. Because this is frustrating sometimes for my fingers to deal with the little pieces. I do have tiny hands, but there, cluster. And the clusters are going to go in 3 different locations. So it's going to go on the ends, in the middle, and then on this one. So build our little clusters out. Shouldn't take too long to put all these together like this. Almost bent that one. Pay attention. Put it on their square. Like so. Center. Ooh. Nice catch, boob. Shoot. That was funny. All right. Oops, wrong way. There's that one. There. One set. One little cluster. There are a lot of these little pieces. Hopefully my fingers can hold out. During the winter, or entering into winter, so fall, winter, keep my nails extra short. Otherwise my fingers hurt. Of course, where I live, it gets pretty freaking cold. I hate the fact that it's cold here, so mad. I love the terrain, I love the bluffs, I love the colors in the fall. I do not like the cold. I do not like white stuff. Or as a lot of us Wisconsinites call it, white shit. We don't like to have to shovel snow. One more cluster for that. Thank you. Let's go back over there. Kind of, I'm glad that these are sliding on nice, because there's been times when I have tried to build these little clusters before and they don't want to play nice. 2 clusters. Bring these over here so I'm not, they want to stick to the other pieces over there. Fingers, work for me, please. Thank you for watching. We are building roses, if you want to know. And this is the last of the 3 sets that are in the box for building roses. A bouquet of roses. And sure, you know, I could upload this video and speed it up and whatever else, but I'm a chatterbox and I just like to talk sometimes. Otherwise, I would just be talking to myself. Well, technically, I guess I am talking to myself anyway, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just nicer if I can build so people can watch versus just doing it without having anybody seeing. 3 clusters completed. And I'm not sure how these are going to fit together just yet. I'm guessing that there are, how many clusters do I have? 4 clusters? Yeah, that's right. 4 total of the baby's breath clusters. Make sure I can still see that. I know I'm a little farther away from the camera for this than some of the other things, but I also didn't want to accidentally hit it while I was putting them together. Because the stems, once they're all assembled, it makes for, it's kind of a long thing. All right. One more, and then I can move on to the next section, which actually is going to be the stem for these. Now there are different types of stems for different types of flowers. Of course, the roses have a thick stem, at least for this build. I know in real life, stems are different sizes for different types of roses. I know, because I recently got 3 dozen roses for my last performance I did, so those are cute, aren't they? All right, so move these over just a little bit so I can work on the stem part. You can see I'm building the stem next. So each of these will have 4, and these little extensions. Let's do it exactly as it shows in the picture. So we're going to put that on the end there. So there's 4 in each of these. This one has 3 now. 1, 2, 3. And this will be the 4th one. Like so. And then it's going to go in the center. There we go. Do I want it there or do I want to do it there? I think I want it in that spot right there. There. Yeah, that's where I want it. Like that. It's in the center of those 2. Because it helps to pull it together. That way it makes a little better cluster. Alright, next one. Do the same thing. So flip it over. That. Okay. And 4. And then we'll crisscross those. There. There we go. Number 2. Now I got 2 of them. How about this one? 1, 2, 3. And 4. Crisscross the 2. Like so. And then I can, then they stay aligned when I put it. Like so. There. Cluster. One more. And then I move on to the roses that are in this set. Let's do this that way. There it is. It's around here somewhere. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This will be number 4. crisscross till the little small ones are connected, and then we'll put the stem through. There we go. There are 4 of them now. All right, I'm gonna set these off to the side. Set them with the other ones for now. And now we can move on to the roses that are in this set. So we're gonna start with the stem, which I always tell you, it's the boring part, is doing the stem. So, we want kinkies. I'm going to grab out 4 kinkies. Oh, 45s. I say kinky, but they're not really kinky, they're 45s. So I'm going to build all 4 stems at the same time. All right, and I'm going to attach another one, another bent one on top. These ones are bent the same direction. Other ones that I did was back and forth, but this one is the same direction. And then we're going to put one of those in the end. All right, there's 45s. That's it. I need more 45s. Where are you? All right, there. There's one more in here. I gotta locate it. I see it. Okay. What the heck? All right. Somebody's pounding outside. Got it. There we go. And now we're going to put these little pieces, these little stinkies. We're going to go on either side. I want it facing towards me so that way I get it. And then in the right direction on each of them. Ow! That was my finger. All right, one on each side. And then that's going to have, they are going to have the little spikies. Alright. One side, other side, and then thorns. One side, other side, and then we're going to pop thorns in there, like so, and this is the last one. All right, here's the beginning stems for them. Let's flip the page. Next bit. All right, so on each of these, you can see we've got this little thing. One of these goes on each. So it's essentially, it's like a little ring of He's parking, but that person is not in our driveway. Goofy dog. I can see my driveway from here, so I know if somebody's coming in or out. Click, 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 click. There. Now on top of that, we'll go one of these. And that is where the appreciate the people that come up with these designs. design Legos. I design other things. Oh, all three. On top of that, this. What the heck is going on outside anyway? It's no wonder he's barking. Kind of annoying. There. Cool. All right. Here, I'll put one on each. And they all stick together. There we go. There. Ta-da! All right, next page. Now it shows in the center a little pink dot. Well, not a dot, but a little cap. So we're going to put a cap on each one. So I'll put the cap on each one. And then what? Right, cap on each one. And then now I've got one of, where are they? Oh, one of these with one of these. One of the whips. So I'm going to take this, shove it like that, and we're going to, ouch, that was my finger. All right, I'm going to attach it to those, and then those get put on the top of these. So what it looks like is like this. And that becomes our center for the flower. It's a whip, a little pink whip. Right, so that little pink whip. Clip it in there. And the whip is soft. It's a soft plastic. All right. Just putting these two together here. There we go. And we'll put them in the center. Like so. I'll rotate a little bit there. It all right. Okay. There we go. Build from the center out. Kind of interesting. All right, now we've got this going on. So, thing with a little half moon, base with two little attachments to it, and then another little part that goes on top of that, and a part that goes on top of that. Okay, let's see if we can do this the right way. All right, I'm gonna set these aside for a moment just so I can see this. So we got a little step. To that, we add this, like that. And on top of that, we put one of these. So then that goes on top of that. And then to that, we add one of these, like so. Okay. And then on top of, on that, this goes. So I gotta build these. How many of those do I build? 4 each. Oh, places. Okay, that'll be fun. All right, so let's build 4 of them. There, 2, 2. Three. So each flower has 4 of these up here. And these act as part of the more of the petals to the flowers. Doesn't matter which one you put in first for this, because they all go together like the same. So we are building flowers, 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 flowers. Don't have quite all of them yet. What? These are much easier for my fingers to handle because the pieces aren't just singles. Those singles are harder for my fingers to grab. Like it having the one direction versus the other. Reach over, grab and put them together. Almost done with these. And then I could put it on the main body of the flower. There it is. I'm like, where's the other part? Okay, found it. All right. All right, I've built all these guys. Now, let's see how they go into the next thing. All right. And of course I have these little guys too. So this, I'm taking this. What am I doing with it? Got that. It goes, oh, I love how they do this stuff. What are we doing? Oh, okay. So I want it adjusted. Okay, I see. Mm-hmm. And then I can rotate, which is good. Oh man. inside or outside? No, I want that on the, okay. Make sure I put it on the right way. In that hole. Oh wow. These are tricky when it's got an offset. You want to have to make sure you offset the same direction. Aw, man. I dropped a piece. Got it. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now it's staying put. Hate when that happens. Okay. That, and then that goes on there. All right, come here. So on each of these goes a big petal. Like that. That big flipping rose there. Oof. Big. Big rose. I can already tell this is going to take a little bit for it to upload, since this takes a little bit longer to do. All right, we're going to just try and work on getting these all clicked in place here. So, one of my boys wants me to spend some time with him at the library after school. The other one has a birthday party to go to, which I'm glad they're able to do that. Of course, my one son, actually both of them get picked on, one more relentlessly than the other. They all tend to be a little on the be a little bit different, so then they get teased a lot. I remember having to go through some of that same stuff, and I wish they didn't have to endure that same crap that I had to deal with, but society is a rough thing for children. And definitely, if I were of more of a childbearing age, I would choose not to have any kids, because this society is going to hell in a handbasket really fast. I've got to help my boys maneuver through it as best I can, so that way they can live, be prosperous like their older siblings are. And their older siblings like spending time with them too. So a lot of times I have a house full of my kids all over at the same time, playing with each other. We have games, card games and stuff that we play. They play online with each other as well, so there's different video games that they'll get online and they'll play with each other. So they interact with their older siblings, even though their older siblings no longer live in the house, and they haven't for some time. Ta-da! Pretty, huh? All right. Now the last part of it is going to be building the stems, and I'm guessing they're just really long stems. Yeah, they are. There's 9 of them in each. So that's just going to be a matter of counting them out and attaching them. Can I manage not to drop everything? There we go. I got stuck. I didn't want to go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2. Let's do them. And now, do the last 2 of this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 1, 2, 3. Ouch. 4. 6. 8. Interesting. 9. There we go. And the spare parts in this one. Spare parts. They didn't really give me much to go on for that. All right. And now that we have all the pieces built for this, I am going to add these lovely flowers to one of my original bouquets. Because I do have more of these and I keep them in my window. So these are from another build I did. As you can see, there's wildflowers. So there's wildflowers in there. You can probably identify what some of them are, huh? So now I'm going to add, some of these I gotta tip out a little bit different directions to get them to fit, but we are going to add the roses to the wildflowers. And then you'll get to see what the whole bouquet looks like. So yes, I had done wildflower bouquet. Oh, come on, get in there. So I'm adding them to my wildflower bouquet. So they'll have the wildflowers that are in here. And some of the stems are now bent from sitting in the window and getting warm. So this, like these lupines, the stem is a little bent from sitting in the window. But we'll work on standing it back up as we add our new flowers to this bouquet. I have these ones. Now we're going to add these ones to the bouquet. And this will help support some of these other wildflowers I've got in here. Because when you build these, they don't come with a vase. And I have several vases, but I wanted one that was a little lower. So that's why we're going to put them in here. So you'll get to see what all these look like together. Work on making these lupines stand up. Don't fall over. It'll be more balanced once all the flowers are in here. Which will be good because, great. Oh, they don't have quite as much balance. Like I said, they're a little bent from sitting in the window. And temperature. It's a temperature change. All right, add these ones to it. So we're adding these flowers now to it. So I'm trying to keep the lupine standing. And I'm going to add these little flexible baby's breath in there. And more of the big flowers. So basically it's like doing flower arrangement. So some of these I have like bachelor buttons in there, and now we're adding roses to the mix of wildflowers. So yeah, now there's more flowers in here, so I gotta arrange them a little bit so that way I don't lose any of them in the stuck it out in there. I'm going to pull this one out so that it faces the right direction. Oh, there's a dead bug in it. Shoot. Oh, just give me a second. I'm working on trying to get the other. One more flower in there. And this will be about all this little container can hold when it comes to flowers. So, but, all right. So now I've combined both my wildflower set and the rose one all together in this. So it's a flower arrangement of, yeah, Lego flowers. So it's two different sets. I have the wildflowers and roses. So I've got the rose set in here and the wildflower set. So it's actually kind of pretty. I'll see what I can do here to kind of zoom out so you can see the full bouquet. So yeah, that's the bouquet of flowers that's going to go back into the window. Kind of pretty, huh? And they're Lego flowers. But the fact it fit in here like that, it was just, that's kind of cool. I managed to get him in here all together. Get this guy to, I'll arrange him so he stands more in the middle with the lupine. These are lupine. Lego lupine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me assemble and build and all that good jazz. And we'll see you next time when I'm up and I do